It's running smooth.
Running smooth.
It's running smooth. But I gotta take some stuff off since our thing has changed.
Yeah.
Alright, so gone. Oh nope, I clicked you, gone. And gone. Okay. Well, we're good now.
I can see my legs though.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm
just saying, like, that's gonna happen. So, yeah, our special guest couldn't make it, unfortunately. But we still have the
Things
special
happen.
guest host. She'll
Well-
probably bring more entertainment.
Probably. Especially if it's just the two of us, right?
Right? I know.
Because that way we don't have to worry about offending anybody. But
Right? Yeah. And hi, Michele. How's it going?
it's good, rolling.
Other Michele, but all right.
Oh, the other Michelle?
Yeah, I am,
oh,
from
see,
the
I
team.
can't see
I
that
know,
because of
I
my
know.
old ass eyes.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't.
And I'm not going to sit here with my glasses
I can't.
on, so
Well, I can't help you. It sounds like a personal problem.
it is. You'll get there, young man. You'll get there.
I think I'm already there.
No, you don't have bifocals yet.
No, but I have to have my glasses on.
Okay, well,
Otherwise,
I
I
have
can't
contact
read
lenses in. But I can't read anything without these. So.
But yeah, so it's just us tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately
So-
that witchy dude couldn't make it.
Yeah, but shit happens.
Yep. Work, paid
yeah.
gigs.
You gotta make that money, especially
Especially in our industry.
right.
Wherever you can get it, you gotta take it. I think they
Sure.
call those whores, but I'm not sure.
Right. I know, right? Oh man.
So what should we talk about?
I don't know. Usually we recap like the month.
Well,
And-
what have you been doing this month?
Well, let's see. That's a good question.
Where
What
were
have
you
I
last
been doing?
night?
Well, last night I was in Ohio at the what's it called? Ohio Williams County Jail, I think it was called.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't think it's had too much like investigating. At least not like the TV shows have done it. It was interesting though. Like we had a lot of stuff going on before we even started while they were walking us around. And the funny thing is you can't hear stuff. Like say you're upstairs and something happens downstairs. Like we didn't hear anything, and we had the one thing, knock over that I was telling you about
Right.
earlier. It was very weird. Like we walked downstairs and I didn't even notice it. It was the lady that was showing us around with her husband, and she's like, "Was that on the ground before?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was." No, wait, it was not. Like I couldn't even finish my sentence. I was like, "No," because it was leaning up because I saw the handle because it reminded me of like a tailgate on a truck.
Right.
So, and we didn't hear any of that. And all of us, like, we didn't even walk that, like, we came in that way, but we didn't, trek up, like, the stairs that were close by. Like, they were showing us, like, the main part, like, where, like, the cells were at, like, the drunk tank, and stuff like that. And then we went up these other stairs, and nobody was touching it. Like, nobody was right by it. And it was all up when we got past it, and we came down, and it was knocked down. And you couldn't hear it. So
what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on a hunt?
Sometimes I don't know until after it happens, like after I'm going through footage. But
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay, so have you ever gone somewhere and not had anything happen? Well, I mean, we had some stuff at Red Room, but not a lot of activity at Red Room.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
I kind of was too. I mean, and I'm not saying that it wasn't bad, but yeah, like.
Yeah.
As you were saying when you were there earlier,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
it was
the vibe
crazy.
was like all the way up there. And when we started doing stuff, it was just the spirit box had some activity to it. But
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, just like your place tonight,
Mhm.
it's been pretty dead in here.
No pun intended, guys. I don't think.
Except for that one
It's-
cold spell I had, where
Right.
like the hairs on my arms stood straight
that was
up.
weird.
That was kind of crazy.
And then it was done.
Yeah, and then it was
that
over.
Weird. They're like, I don't.
Maybe it was Tom taking a seat.
Right? I was like, screw you. I'm sitting down. Could be anybody. Who knows? They're just like, we don't. Whatever that was when you were here, And it was like, I don't want
Your
her
portal?
here. Yeah, I don't want her here because she's gonna close that up.
Well, that's why, you were crying to close it, and I didn't know. I'm not really sure you want that closed.
I got the one in the garage, so
You've got a couple. You're good. There's something here harming you.
I know, but there's just too many. Like I need the 11. I can't have like a million.
You can't always get what you want. I mean, come on, they wrote a song about it.
I can get what I want all the time. All the time.
You better be careful what you ask for, because,
Whatever I want to get.
I doubt that.
Well, when it comes to my house.
Oh, okay. Now, maybe your house.
Yeah. I'd say my rules, my house, my rules.
But that's not true.
There are no rules at my house with the 11. There's only the one that's just stay out of my bedroom, which they honor. Like they do. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not a rule. Damn it, you're supposed to turn your phone off, Michele.
Sorry. Let me just mute that real quick.
Okay, don't you read it.
I'm not reading it, I'm muting it. Let me mute the other one. Just in case.
You're totally not prepared right now.
I'm not prepared. Oh, this one's almost dead, so it's all good.
You got too many phones. Yeah, like two more, don't you?
I'm down to the 2, carrying around the 2.
Okay, all right. That's different. It was 4.
It was 4 because those other 2 are really good computers. Like they hold a lot of different types of applications.
Yeah.
And when you work from your phone and you have all these things embedded in your browser history and your Google account, and
right.
So it just made it easier to do certain things on different phones.
You can sync that, right?
So that's how I'm down to 2 phones.
Just making sure.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's in the other 2 are so old and obsolete at this point.
Right.
They're having a hard time updating.
Right.
So.
Keeping up with the times.
So yeah, like my one, the oldest one that I love the most that I had in 2013, I think I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even run eBay on it anymore.
Oh,
eBay
really?
won't even update on it.
Oh damn, that's saying something.
That's bad.
That's saying
bad.
something.
So that one has a poltergeist though. So I think that's why I keep it, because it does its own little things whenever it wants to.
Mm-hmm.
It will turn on and turn off all on its own.
See, you say that, and recently my phone, it's been in my pocket, and like the screen is not like towards my leg, so because when I'm doing so I don't want it to like turn on and do stuff. And about 3 times all in the same week, a couple weeks ago, YouTube has been brought up on my phone. And it's always been brought up somehow on some topic that has been talked about. Like I was up at the haunt when it first happened. And I was doing my own thing. Like
Do you have an iPhone?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was doing my own thing, taking stuff down or putting stuff out. I can't remember what I was doing. Well, off in the distance, you hear Kim and Rebecca, and they're talking about poop. I don't know, they've got
stuff.
They've got cats that they keep up there because they just would not stop whatever in the house, and so there's been cat shit, and so you have to watch out for the cat shit bombs. Well, I guess that's what they were talking about. I don't know, and then all of a sudden my phone is on YouTube, and the commercial is talking about pooping.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, this is odd. And I was like, guys, you guys were talking about pooping or something, right? And they were just like, you heard that? I'm like, yeah, I heard that. And they're like, well, yeah, we were. And I didn't ask for context in case it wasn't about the cat. But I'm like, my phone literally just went to YouTube, randomly YouTube, and it started playing a video, and the commercial or the advertisement beforehand was talking about poop.
Okay, so, do you think that the phones are, the conspiracy theory that everybody talks about?
I mean, they could, but they were nowhere near me in a sense, to be like, oh, they're talking about poop, we gotta bring this up. But on that note, I was out doing work on my downspout stuff that I've been doing, and like I hadn't even been out there very long, so I wasn't like working up a sweat just yet. My phone was in my pocket, and I've not been good with like my diet and stuff at times, and I'm like, oh, I really gotta fucking stop eating this junk, and it's not really like junk. It's not horrible because I try and stay away from
but our horrible,
sugar.
right? Our horrible,
But
and their horrible.
I try and do like a sugar-free type of thing. Well, anyways, like I've been like griping about it, and I think I was griping about it before I went out there. And I was out there and I started to shovel a little bit, and all of a sudden YouTube pops back on, and it's talking about losing weight. I'm like, all right, what the hell is going on right now? I'm like, first it was poop, now it's losing weight, and then a third time it happens, it's not the YouTube app. It's going through Chrome, and I've never done YouTube through Chrome before on my phone. And I have like 2 tabs open, and it's usually because there's one, it's like, oh, information that I need to remember or I don't want to lose just yet. And then, I have one that's like just browsing, but I've never done YouTube on my phone through Chrome.
I was the app.
And that sumbitch was on YouTube through Google Chrome, and I can't remember what the video was. But I'm like, how the hell is it now going through Chrome when I don't use? I'm like, I've got the app. If I need to find something, the app is the way to go on that.
So, being the person that I am, my first question would be, is what's YouTube trying to tell you?
I don't know. I don't know why it was trying to tell me something about poop.
Maybe because you're full of shit, Jeff.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I could be. I don't know.
Your mom thinks. I'm just kidding.
No, she probably does.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of people are like, you're kind of full of shit. I'm like, well,
I
might be. And I'm spewing it on you. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think that'll ever change.
Probably not. But no, it's weird. Like, the first 2 were coincidence. I'm like, alright, like, that's odd.
Yeah, but the Chrome thing...
But then you go Chrome, and it's going to YouTube through Chrome, and I honestly can't remember, like, what the video was about, because I was confused as to why it went on. I can't, because I was confused as to why all of a sudden it's still YouTube, but it's going through a web browser and not through the app. Why are you getting goosebumps again?
Not sure.
Did you did you feel something like coming close to you or anything? Okay. It's my story. It's just like creeping me out a little bit.
Maybe it's you.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't explain that one.
I'm thinking that it's a message of some sort.
I do too. I mean, I don't understand. The only one I don't get is the poop one. Honestly, I don't, because the only thing I can think of is that they had been close enough talking about some type of
they're
poop.
Listening is what I'm hearing.
Right, yeah.
They're listening.
Yeah.
So understand someone is listening.
Right, no, and I get that, but it was just so weird, because that was the first one that happened. And I literally had zoned in, and I'm hearing them talking about poop, and I was laughing a little bit.
And then the weight loss one, was that the psychological aspects of weight loss? Because I think that's where we're at. We've learned how to control our eating aspects, and now we have to retrain ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
To be the disciplined people that we have been.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it, I was just eating a lot of carbs now, but. I don't know.
Why are they so delicious?
I've been eating cookies. They're my downfall.
So I noticed that at the last fair, you were throwing away that cookie thing, and I'm like...
I didn't eat them all at that one time. I didn't.
Not that day.
No.
But it was like, oh, he's eating cookies. And I'm thinking...
They were sugar-free, though.
Okay, I get that part.
I know, but the carbs.
Are they even good? I mean, are they, worth it?
They weren't bad. I thought they were gonna be like a softer oatmeal cookie, because you can find those. I bought in some, but they have sugar in it, that are nice and soft, and they're delicious as fuck. But those ones, they were like a crunchy cookie, it was like a Chips Ahoy type of thing, And I mean, it was good, but at the same time, I mean, it was just like, oh, there's no sugar. I'm like, yeah, I got carbs, but there's no sugar.
Those Ghirardelli squares, you know, the different flavored Ghirardelli chocolate squares. So Russell Stover makes a sugar-free.
Okay.
And the raspberry flavor, the caramel, a truffle flavor, I don't know, mint. Mm-hmm. So I like those because I feel like I'm cheating then, right? It's dark chocolate, not my favorite, but they do something with the caramel to where it tastes like cinnamony.
Oh, okay.
So it's yeah. I'm really like when I first tried them, I was like, because I'm wondering how the hell do they do caramel like that?
Right. Yeah.
But my girlfriend that makes candies, she said that she can do a sugar-free caramel.
Oh, really?
Something about the isomalt or something that they use instead of like a sugar alcohol, apparently. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know. See, like a lot of people that do the keto thing do that net carbs. I don't believe in net carbs. A carb is a carb is a carb is a carb.
Right.
A piece of fiber can't take out a carb.
Right.
And they say that it can.
Yeah, I just heard that kind of recently too. I was like, is that a thing? Because I never heard that.
Well, and I did start adding in some carbs because I was stripping way too many carbs out, so I wasn't losing.
Yeah.
And that's important. So.
Right. And yeah, I mean, the cookies have been my downfall because of the carbs, but I'm like, I'm not doing sugar though. And I'm not saying that's an excuse. But I'm not doing both.
Okay,
you know
so,
what I mean? So
working into the type of work you've been doing a lot of the investigating. So I find that when I'm doing more readings and more investigating, that's when I want to eat that stuff because it's more filling. It's more.
Right. No, I haven't like at the times.
Static
I haven't
energy.
really been doing that much stuff.
No.
I mean,
just eating.
Yeah, it was just like you get those cravings and I just was like, man, I could go for a cookie right now. And then, like, I literally bought some of this, like Chips Ahoy. Like, I bought them and I was eating some. And I ate a little bit, I ate a few that night because I was like watching a movie or something. And then the next day, I kind of forgotten about them until I opened the freezer and I saw them. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have some. And, like, I was getting through some of them, and I was like, I don't need this. I literally just threw them in the trash.
So, hi, my name is Michele Mitchell, and I literally have 3 boxes of Girl Scout cookies I have not opened at my house.
Oh, I was trying to hide
one of them is Thin Mints.
Oh, God, those are delish, too.
And the other 2 are the peanut butter patty ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, unopened.
Oh, man. No, I was craving something, and I didn't want to go buy, like, candy. And I was like, well, I'll just throw them in the freezer, and whenever I remember them, like, I'll have a couple. And the next day, I had, more than a couple, and I was like, nope, and I just threw it in the trash.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's easier just to eat the candy bar than it is to buy, like, something like that, right? Because then you have the leftovers, and I'd rather just eat it and get it over with.
Right, yeah, I know.
So I have found that keeping the sugar-free, somebody's writing something.
Oh.
I have found that the sugar-free stuff is a lot better than we lost our one watcher.
Probably.
Anyways.
At least the one that's messaging.
Right. The sugar-free candy helps because it is that chocolate that I think I'm craving.
Yeah.
And Sam and I used to eat a lot of candy before bed, like when I was at my top weight.
Yeah.
So I think that helps. I eat 2 pieces of sugar-free candy before I go to bed.
There you go.
After the whipped cream. I swear, if someone saw my garbage can in my bedroom, they would think that I was doing funky things. But I swear it's just from eating whipped cream out of the can.
I guess it's out of the can. I mean, you're not like...
Well, right. It's 0 carbs.
Right? That's what you gotta do. 0 carbs. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I just gotta get out. I was in a funk for a while, and then I've, like, eased out of it, and then every once in a while I'm like, I want a cookie. And
yeah,
like,
I had carbs today. I'll
today
say it.
I didn't have that many.
I had carbs.
Yesterday I did that. Because we went out to eat, and I got a Reuben. I hadn't had a Reuben in forever, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get
hard
that.
crust grilled rye?
Yes. Oh, it was so delicious. And then
you're talking dirty now.
I know, right? And then I had fries, and I had no intention on eating the fries, but I was just so hungry, and we were getting ready to, go and investigate that I didn't want to get hungry in the middle of it too. And so yeah, I was just like, I'm not gonna eat all these, and I just was like, I guess I'm really hungry. Like I was actually kind of hungry. I'm like, well, I'm stacked now for the rest of the night and tomorrow.
Yeah, so then we starve ourselves. Do you know how many carbs I just ate? I just ate a week's worth of carbohydrates. Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, it's nuts. But
so what else you been up to?
I did your event.
Yeah, it was a little slow.
It was a little slow. It's all right though.
Well, I just think, it was it was hot.
It was warm.
Oh God, it was so hot
It was
that
warm.
day. I think that's where the day I turned black. What do we got going on there? Sup?
Kim. Hey, Kim.
What's up, Kimmy?
What up?
We miss you, Kim.
Yeah, we do.
We figured that you were our conversation piece. You're like all we have to talk about.
Yeah,
so.
we do.
Anyways,
We do.
plus we lost our guest, so.
Yeah. So
and we had nothing made up, no material made up.
And I didn't know until it was kind of too late.
I knew I should have called off.
Then I'd be sitting here and like,
twiddling your thumbs.
I've got a few things to say, and then
how about Neighbor Babes footage? When can we get to that one?
How can we not talk about footage? All right, I keep promising stuff, and then I don't deliver.
Typical male attributes.
Sort of, yes. I try to. I have every intention on it, but I've been stressed lately.
What did Kim say?
Miss you, friends. Bummer the Witchy peeps she meant couldn't make it, not could make it. Damn it, Kim, learn how to spell. You got your, English degree or whatever?
So you do look a little pale next to me, I will tell you that.
I know! That's what I'm telling you. Like, I was hoping that there was going to be, like, a downgrade. And that's a farmer's tan. Like, look at you can see it. Look, it's a little dark, and then it's pure white up here. Like, that's horrible. I was just like, I don't want to sit next to her because she's gonna be so tan, and I'm gonna look like a ghost.
I know, but okay, so like it's already become like I feel like an issue. Like I can't get any darker. Well, I probably can, but
I feel like you were darker the last time I saw you. I don't feel like you. I feel like you lost a little bit of it.
It's been fucking raining for days.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
Thanks, Kim.
What'd she say?
She's like, Jeff is a ghost. Or is the ghost.
Is the ghost. He is. So he fits his, his thing. And it's all good.
Yep. It is. I don't know.
If, maybe you sat in the sun with me when you're over at my place, you'd be all good.
I did that one time last year, and you guys were like, oh my God, you're blinding me. And then I had, my arms were fine because I was mowing my yard. Like, that's why I have a farmer's tan. But then up here, it was just like, it was sunburnt for a couple of days. And I was like...
And nothing?
And then nothing. No, I mean, it kind of was a little bit, but nothing compared to my farmer's tan.
Okay, so, I mean... When I mow my lawn, I know that's when I get my sun, right? So I dress right for the job that day.
I wear shorts, and I have...
Take the shirt off.
Nobody wants to see this.
Who cares? Nobody's going to see that.
I care. I don't want to feel it, let alone, look down and see, this white, pasty, stomach
I
and
literally wore a bikini mowing the lawn the last time I mowed the lawn.
I want to get... I don't have any. I need to get, some tank tops, so at least my arms are... covered.
White beaters.
Yeah, because I'll have my farmer's tan, and then I have this usually tanned, and then I always usually wear a hat, but a few times I haven't. So then you have
the little line.
You have the forehead, and then of course I've got the receding hairline, so you see the white.
So one of the guys that comes and hangs out, sometimes at the fire pit is he does fishing competitions. Okay. And we're sitting there, and it's 9 o'clock at night, right? And I'm like, you could take your sunglasses off. And he goes, you don't want to see that. I'm like, why not? Takes the sunglasses off, and literally white. right? Because he wears polarized glasses,
Right.
so no UV rays get through.
Right.
He's literally white all the here.
So it's
and his
basically
face
like
is
one of
like
those
black,
candy
darker
masks.
than me,
Oh,
darker
wow.
than me. Because that water reflection, I'm telling you, that water rays will kill you.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
You know, I tell people we went out on the boat the one day. I'm like, look, we're only out here for an hour, but it's gonna feel like 3 by the time we get in.
Right.
And people don't believe that, and it's huge. We got another
My
one.
mom.
Hi, Mom.
She's like, you burn too easily. I don't burn that easily.
You can take tanning pills, you know.
I know.
Or Unique has tanning
Well,
drops.
after, I think it was...
I have tanning drops. Would you like to try the tanning drops? You can do nail polish and makeup then.
Probably not.
Look, maybe we can do like half a face and see if we can get half your face tan with it.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
That's funny that you said that because my friend one day back when we worked together, like he
Oh,
literally.
you worked?
Yeah. He literally. This was when we were in high school, and he just to see if anybody would notice, like he shaved like one half and left the other half like his beard. I was the only one who noticed.
How could you not notice that?
I don't know. But yeah, I was like, it took me a second because he had been, like, when I first saw him, like, I saw him, like, sweeping something, so I saw, like, his, you know, his beard. And then we were doing something, and we were just talking and, you know, looking at each other. I was like, what'd you do to your face? I'm like, why is your half shaved and the other half's not? He's like, I just wanted to be different and then see if somebody would pay attention and notice. I'm like, how about it? He's like, I've gone all day, nobody said anything but you.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, that would be the first thing I'd be like, dude, why is half your face shaved?
I know.
Apparently nobody looks at him?
Apparently not enough. I don't know. Like, I used to be, and I have my moments. I mean, I know I forget a lot of stuff, but when it comes to, like, things being out of place, I'm, like, right on top of it.
That's your ADD, baby.
I know. I'm right on top of it. And I mean, that was before, like, I had, like, been told that's what I got. But, yeah, like, I picked up on it, like, right away.
Kelly was talking, we were talking about the fair, you know, and the way it was all set up and how fucked up it was last month in your guys' little area. And
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
not my fault.
I have no idea what happened. I can't even discuss it. And she's like, well, can we, like, talk about moving things around? I'm like, the only thing we need to stay consistent is Jeff has to stay there.
That's right.
And she was like, what? I'm like, Jeff has to stay there and Dee has to stay in front of him because they both need the electrical. And I said, and if you try to move Jeff, he gets all miscombobulated and it doesn't work very
Yeah,
well.
I just get
Yeah.
irritated.
So we leave Jeff there. And so I don't know.
I also don't want to run a power, you know, like an extension cord, like all the way around the
Right,
yard. So.
around the yard. So yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna have to kind of like watch how that area gets set up.
Yeah,
and
it needs to get like. I do agree, like especially along the tree line, that it's just like.
it needs to get tightened in a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
and
Like if you have to, like that day.
Stake it out.
Like that day, like, you know, as a lot of them have what, like 10 by 10 tents or
Yeah.
something. Is just be like, you know, with like some spray paint, like you got this little area, like that's where your
That's
tents
where you
gotta
are.
go. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you can have stuff out in like the front or something, but you know, it's gotta be more uniform.
Yeah,
in a
and I
sense.
guess Missy and Jeff have the Vardo now. So, well, I don't know if it's done. I was gonna ask him that tonight, but he's not here. If Missy's watching, she's more than welcome to jump in. She's not watching.
I don't know. I don't know who's. I'd have to look at my phone to see who's watching. It's just Kim. She said bad signal. I may pop off. And then my mom said I'm a liar because of my nephew's birthday party. It was burning. They were dumping water on me, by the way, and that attracts the sun.
You're ridiculous.
I actually was like, yeah, go for it. I'll get, you know, I can get my tan going a little bit more. And then they were like constantly dumping water on me. And
I'm gonna put a sprinkler in the yard for July 10th. July 10th, that's our next event.
there you go. I was gonna be like, why don't you promote it too? But
July 10th, we do one Saturday a month out at the shop in a residential area out on the lake. It's a pretty nice location.
it is. It might be hot, but you get that lake breeze, and it makes it a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, your 11 to 2 is really hot, and then when we sit in that one area after the sun goes behind the trees.
Oh, that was horrible. Just waiting for that. I'm like,
please, we're all watching our walk.
Are you lying to me right now? Because that sun does not look like it's going anywhere.
Well, it's funny because, I tell everybody, make sure you bring a canopy or 10 by 10, set up. And there I sit out in the full sun and don't cover myself. And I
know. You're like, all right, I gotta get
I
some
got
AC.
this, man. I gotta go inside, though.
Like, after 2 hours, you're just like, I gotta get some AC. I gotta.
It was horrible. My hair was sweating. Like, everything was sweating. It was crazy. And, but now we have the island. I bought an inflatable island.
Oh, did you?
So, now we can go float.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's currently only a 5-seater, but if we need to order another one, we can hook them together.
I like that idea.
But, yeah, so I'm thinking it's, everybody's got their own little cup holders and a little cooler area in the middle.
There you go.
We'll be styling floating around on the lake.
Awesome.
Screw that pontoon boat. I'll just float.
Right?
Sit back.
Just not care.
Not care.
Not care.
Not a care in the world.
I know.
I literally sit there and stare at the lake all day.
Do you?
Just like this. This is what I do all day long.
Must be nice.
Drink a little Diet Coke. Maybe DoorDash will bring some food.
Yeah.
But yeah, retirement is good. Well, I guess I'm not really retired.
You're really not retired, but I mean, it kind of feels like it.
I'm semi-retired.
Yeah.
And then, I got my great new little assistant, Kelly. She's 3 days a week. And she's been a good sanity motivator.
Can't believe you didn't ask me.
Ask you what? Oh, to do it?
You knew I was not working.
Okay, but I don't want to hear you whine about having to work.
I don't whine. I do this
Are you going to sit and dip herbs all day?
I would. I would be better than the high schooler you had.
Don't talk about that on live.
It's too bad. It's already been said. I talk about everything on live.
Okay, and people, wanted me to be patient because she was only 17.
It
but
doesn't matter.
After 2 months, come on, how hard is that?
I had a lot of jobs by the time I was 17.
Oh, I had been babysitting. I had been taking care of other people's kids for 6 years.
I mean, what you asked her to do, literally, it would have been done in seconds had she just been like, oh, let me do this.
Okay, so it's so funny because everybody always wants to work for me, but then when they work for me, then they don't want to work for me.
Well, no.
I'm not very pleasant.
Well,
I'm a bitch. I like you as my friend, and I'd like to keep you.
Like, because you're like, well, no, you wouldn't do it, or you'd be like, you'd get it done so fast, and then you'd be sitting there waiting.
No, okay, so literally,
it would be getting done though.
Look, I will tell you this. I literally tell people, look, picking up after me is part of your job, and you're not going to want to do that. You're not going to want to pick up after me. Kelly picks up all my little Diet Coke cans and takes care of all the yard.
I wouldn't have done
that. The garbage goes out. She vacuums. She dusts.
I could have vacuumed.
You dust?
Maybe. I might be sneezing up a storm, but yeah, probably.
Oh my God. So you want to sit outside in the wilderness in the nature all day? Do you know how many trees and plants we have right there?
That
and
doesn't
bugs.
bother me.
What about bugs?
It's the dust.
It's
just dust.
Road dust. It's dusty. It's a dirt road.
I know, but if I'm actually dusting stuff, like normal, like house does, like if I start sneezing, like there's no tomorrow. Outside, I'm fine.
And all the shelves are black. They have to be dusted every day.
Well, whose problem is that they got all black shelves?
All my stuff looks better on black.
Paint them some bitches white.
No.
You thought about it for a second.
Well, no, it'll get lost in white. It looks better on the black.
The dust looks better on the black? Yeah,
no, the product does.
Oh.
I started with white back in the day.
Did you?
Yeah. Display is hard. Like,
I know.
Display is the most expensive part of a retail shop.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also the hardest. And I'm working literally with a 12 by 32 shed. There's not a lot of room in there.
I know.
But I got a lot of product.
You do. You got a lot.
I have more product in that little shed than I had in the store in Schwartz Creek. And
Did
I had
you?
over 1,000 square feet there.
Wow. Wow. Well, I know you had a lot of room, but that was for a lot of like people to do readings or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work, Jeff. Why did I want to call you John?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nobody wants to work, so.
Well, not right now because they want that extra unemployment.
Nobody's getting unemployment.
I know. Right? Trust me, I know.
So it's hard. It's hard to be a pimp. And then I get that tattoo shop gig going, and that's all good, and I'm up there doing readings, and then poof, a fire.
I know, right?
How the fudge?
See, I saw that day just because before I could click on like my page, it was like right there. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, she just put stuff in there too.
So
I couldn't remember what you put in there. I knew it was like a lot of rocks and stuff.
Yeah, 7:00 in the morning, I'm getting pictures, text message to me in downtown Lapeer on fire. Someone going, hey, is this your block? And then another friend whose dad is a fire chief is messaging me going, there's a little problem. And so I actually end up in downtown Lapeer in my pajamas. I literally was wearing a teddy and a pair of shorts. No bra. I swear to God. And, I literally grabbed my keys, jumped in the car, and drove downtown. That's how fast I got up.
Wow.
And, I didn't even grab a doobie.
Oh, shit.
Now, it's fast then, right?
Shit, yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
And she's on fire, right? So I just stood there and watched, and it was probably one of the most devastating things I've ever seen in my entire life. Especially as long as I've been around Lapeer, and just at this one point they were excavating the buildings down, and the digger toy guy grabbed a hold of this 4-inch wide piece of metal, pulled on it with his little claw, and the whole entire exterior wall of the building fell in.
Oh, wow.
So this one little tiny pull demolished this entire building. So the integrity of these buildings, was at stake to begin with.
Yeah.
And now they're taking out 2 more of the buildings.
Oh, wow.
So
just because of damage?
Just because of the fire damage.
Wow.
And the one building, the Sterling building, was where Sammy was born. So that was pretty weird. But it was a crazy little morning, I'll tell you. And now those poor tattoo artists, bless their hearts, they're busting their ass. They got back to work pretty quick. They were down for, I think, 3 weeks, maybe 4. I'm thinking 3, though. And Gary, the manager that works there, kicked some ass and painted floors, ripped up carpet, painted the floors, got it all ready for inspection, and it's a small space, but they're rocking it out. They were busy as hell. I went in there today just to stop by to say hey. And
damn. Well, at least they're busy though. At least it didn't hinder
right,
people coming in.
The only thing that sucked, so here's where karma gets you guys, right? One of my main reasons for going in there was to be able to be down there during certain events. And, they just started this new Friday night bike night thing. And amazing, like traffic the first night, we had a blast. I was down there, I don't know, till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Nice for bedtime, damn.
I know, right? I'm usually in bed by 9:30. You're not kidding. And it was just cool, it was just over 1,000 bikes, and all the restaurants were busy, the bars were busy. It was just nice to see. The tattoo place had people walking in getting piercings. I don't think I'd ever go to a festival and decide, hey, I think I'm going to have my lip pierced, or
right, yeah,
let's pierce our noses while we're here, or,
right,
whatever else you want to pierce. But they actually have walk-in piercings, and I was just amazed. But it was a great time, and we got that first night, and
then
nothing. Well, they say that fire was burning that night.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So.
Damn.
But no foul play.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's good.
Yeah. Well, the age of the buildings and the electrical.
Right.
So.
Yeah, something was just like, we're going to give now.
Well, and that's part of the problem with some of the other buildings that are still standing that need to be reopened, have to be re-inspected, and the city's making them upgrade everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from what I understand.
Shit.
I know the one building, the guy had to put in all new wiring.
Oh, wow.
So.
Crying over there?
No, I just feel like I have a booger. You would tell me if I had a booger, wouldn't you?
I would think so, yeah.
I would hope so.
I mean, I'm only seeing like this half of the face at times, so.
Well.
I mean, if you'd hope somebody would be like, hey, I think she's got a booger, and then they would say something.
Then everyone for the rest of the world would know.
Well, I mean, they would know if I was like, hey, you got a booger.
Right.
I mean, either way, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know, but.
They're gonna know.
Just making sure I don't.
You don't.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So yeah, July 10th's our next event. You'll be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bringing Kim with you?
I don't know. Is Kim coming? I don't know if she's watching.
Oh, well,
right
I
now.
think she said she was having a hard time staying.
I mean, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I know.
Because every time I'm like, you're coming, right? Yeah, and I was like, oh, you're coming this weekend, right? Oh, I'm going to go swimming.
So tell her she can swim in the lake.
I mean, you'd think she would know that, but she's like, I helped put up this pool, I'm going to go swimming.
Well, I can't blame a girl, you know.
I
it's
know,
her day off.
but it's like, damn it, Kim.
Once again, people don't work like we work, right?
I know.
Just kidding, Kimmy. I love you, baby. Don't kill me. Oh.
I mean, I sweat.
I'm a
I sweat a
workaholic.
lot volunteering up at the haunted house to help them, like, get the new sets and stuff built and, you know, like, updated a little bit in, like, the look and whatever,
So, I took a tour of Exit 13 Haunted House here a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I just want to say, number one, to the people that constructed that place, the detail that they have put into it, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It has to take hours just thinking of all the intricacies that they had in place there. Like, just to all the trees that they had standing up in that one hallway. You're literally walking through the woods.
Yeah.
And live leaves and branches and stuff overhead, and just amazing. Just the thought process that was put into this place, and the hard work that, I mean, and it's big. It's a long walk. I walked through the entire place.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a pretty good walk.
Mm-hmm.
And
when you're walking,
yeah.
Other people, when they run through it, they could literally get through it in like 5 or 10 minutes. And that's if they're pushing through everything. And there are people that have done that.
Oh, no way.
Because you hear over the radio,
Such a cool place.
We've got a runner, and so everybody knows that when that runner comes, just let them go on through.
Really?
Yup.
They get that scared?
Yup. I guess it's either fight or flight, and at that point you're thankful that it's at least flight.
Okay, but here's the thing. So, like, you pay a ticket price going in there,
I know,
knowing that this is all an act.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I know. Trust me, I'm the last line of defense before people actually get in the building. Like, I have to make sure that they don't have, you know, like knives, guns, you know, anything metal that's gonna, you know, that can be used, you know, to cause harm. You know, like a screwdriver or something. I mean, I actually had somebody, they had been working, they forgot it was in their pocket. And I was like, well, I can't let you take it in, but you can come and get it when you're done. You know? And he's like, oh, cool, yeah, no problem. I was like, all right.
Walking around with a screwdriver, plunk.
Well, I mean, when I use with my carpenter pans, like, if I put something down there, I'll forget that it's there because you don't feel it.
Your little funky pants.
Yep.
Boys in their pockets.
But yeah, no, they do a really good job. And I'm putting a lot of sweat into that place this year. I mean,
yeah, I was impressed.
I've helped them out, like, the couple of years that I've known them. I helped out when I could because, you know, I was working, you know, Monday through Friday. I was working 4 hours a week. So I would do it when I could, like, on the weekends. But right now I'm just like, well, yeah, when you guys are up there, let me know. I'll just come up and do stuff.
Well, I really wanted to spend the night, like they offered.
Oh,
I think,
yeah, they were talking about it. They were still talking about it.
I think that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I would so bring, like, some of my fun stuff. Like, I definitely want to bring one of my crystal balls up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to put it in that bar.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
Where I said there was the 3.
Yeah. Yep. No, okay.
That's the party spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hot spot for sure.
That one is for sure. And then
the
that other one, yep.
that one creepy little area that I kept wanting to get to and couldn't.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, it was like, oof.
There's a couple hot spots all throughout there. But that first one, that first bar that you mentioned for sure. And then you've got Kim's room. And then, there's...
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
Like, the freaky starts in her room. Like, I mean, it gets thick in there. And it's that back corner when you're walking out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that one clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, it's yeah, it's like her room. I mean, I just get creeped out because all the stuff that's in there, but I mean, that a lot of that's got like attachments and stuff.
Oh,
like
I picked that one doll right out.
Yep.
I was like, ooh, she's got eyes.
Yeah.
That one has eyes.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of that because they get it from people who are just like, hey, do you want this? Or they'll get it from
flea markets
or like a estate sale or something like that. If they just happen to go buy one and they can get something at a decent price. I mean,
I would love to find an estate sale where they were selling all the old ladies' dolls. The ones that are on the stands.
Kim would love it.
And just buy the whole house of dolls.
I took a picture of one that was at the location we were at, and I sent it to her, and she was just like, "Baby." And I did that when we went to Hinsdale too, and she was like, "Babies." I'm like, if you want to call them that, they're creepy as fuck.
Yes. So if anybody out there has a Miss Beasley doll, a Mrs. Beasley, let us know. I would definitely love to see a Mrs. Beasley doll again. Those are back in the day when I was a kid. They were on Family Affair. You probably have never even heard of that show.
I've heard of it.
So
I've never watched it, but
a single dad with twin kids, and he had a butler named Mr. French.
Okay, yeah.
And the kids were Buffy and Jody, and she carried around a doll, a Mrs. Beasley doll. I had a Mrs. Beasley doll. The lady I did the psychic party for today, she had a Mrs. Beasley doll.
Oh, really?
Because she's like, "Are you afraid of dogs?" I'm like, "No." And I look down, and here's this little wiener dog. And I'm like, definitely not afraid of something I could hurt.
Right.
By tripping.
Right.
She goes, "That's Mrs. Beasley." I'm like, "Mrs. Beasley, like Mrs. Beasley and from Family Affair, Mrs.?" She goes, "Exactly." So, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's crazy
I
stuff.
can really see my feet. It's all
Yeah.
down.
I
mean, it's the new camera, so it's like a wide angle camera.
So I only see your head and your legs because the new camera.
It's blocking. Yeah, I know. It was.
You need to mount it on top of this television
I
screen.
did have it, but it's not because the TV is so thin up there. It doesn't want to stay, even with the grip thing that I have for it. And it was a little too high, because I wanted to
You
make
can never
sure
be
you
too
could.
high.
Because I didn't want the ceiling that much to be shown, and then to angle it down, it looked like.
Well, now you got this whole blank wall.
Well, that's fine. The blank wall was there before, with the other one. But I didn't want it to be, because the way it looked, it was like it was looking down on us, and it just looked weird. I was like, no.
The eyes are watching.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, we're like on topic and then off topic, and
We're
then
all
back.
over the place.
I know,
We're
are.
ADD and all
Right?
over it,
I
man.
know,
I'm
I
telling you.
know.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
Well,
We started out what you have been doing for the past month, and you
yeah.
you got to last night, and then
and then I talked about the cell phone thing, the YouTube thing, and then we talked about the fair a little bit.
So what do you have planned for future month?
I don't really have anything planned in advance right now. I do
Slacking.
need to. I know, right? I need to set up an investigation, because I did do a drawing a few months ago. It was back when we still had like the snow and it was cold. And I drew. I did like 5 winners. Instead of just doing the one, I did 5. So the first 5 I pulled out, and I sent them an email. And I was like, I'm like, please respond by such and such a day. It was basically like a week and a half. And only one of them did it. And I was like, all right.
So you have one person to take out on a haunt?
Yeah, and I was just gonna do it like a fun thing, and I was like, well, I'm like, you're the only one that responded. I'm like, would you be okay if it was actually something that, you know, went up online? She's like, oh yeah, that would be awesome. I'm like, alright, cool. So I gotta set that up. I working at Dow and stuff for that little bit of time that I did, I couldn't really, I was tired,
Here, folks, is when all the excuses start to happen.
Well, no, and I've been stressed about money and shit like that, so.
I've just been stressed, period.
Right. And I was doing okay up until, now it's, going on 2 months, and it was like, oh my god, and it's getting to me now, so I've been putting a lot of things off, but I gotta just kind of.
You need a sugar mama?
Yes. I do.
I need a sugar daddy.
Right. Yeah, if anybody wants to just buy stuff for me and pay my bills, let me know.
What are you gonna do in return? Depends on the person.
I'll edit my videos, and also, yes, depends on the person.
So, money will make you edit those videos faster?
If I didn't have to stress about it, yeah.
So, yeah.
I can tell you how much I need a month, and then I'll start working on the videos better. I'll put more effort towards it. I don't have to worry about bills.
See how you are?
Yup. Well, last year was all about the basement. Since I got to work on the basement.
I know, that's all I heard about last was the basement.
I know.
And then the basement's not done.
It's mostly done, except for it's got to get sanded some more up here. And then it's done. I'm not painting it anytime soon.
Are you trimming that floor out?
I got to put registers back up. But yeah, it's done. I don't care about the registers right now. But yeah, it's basically done. I'm glad that I didn't have flooring or anything down. Oh my god.
Came home to water.
Yeah, that was horrible. It's not as bad as it used to get, and from last year when I was like, I know there's a leak, I just don't know where it's coming from. And then it was like all this rain, and I woke up one morning and it was just like water everywhere. I'm like, well, I figured out where it's coming in from.
Everywhere.
Yup.
Yeah, we don't have that problem at the lake.
Oh.
We don't have a basement.
I know.
We only have a crawl space. I do have problems with water going underneath the one garage door, though, so.
I have that, too.
Just need some weather stripping.
Yeah, mine does, too.
Mine
even
have
mine,
it.
And I don't know if you noticed, like, the 2-car part is, like, it's got cracks and stuff from, like, water,
eroding away.
Yeah, eroding the dirt and stuff. So yeah, I've got that, and I think that's a little bit of it. But yeah, I need a new pad under there so it'll seal it better.
Luckily,
I actually
you don't
need a whole.
Use that part of the garage.
I did until the garage door itself was like buckled, and like we reinforced it. It was working, and then it buckled and it won't do anything. So we moved everything to the 1-car garage. I still have to open it up for my tractor and stuff, but it's still like the door still like pops when you're pulling it up, pulling it down and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I lock my garage door with a broom handle.
With the broom handle it has? Oh, okay.
Yep, I put it through the hole of the track.
Oh, okay. I thought
move.
it was just on there. Okay.
No.
I have a little lever.
Well, it has an automatic opener, but it needs to be hooked back up, and I don't do ladders.
I can understand that. I didn't like to do ladders either.
And so in order to lock it, I gotta shove something in that little thing, and so it can't go up or down.
That's understandable. Yeah, I got a little lever that was on mine. So what happened with the portal? Any updates? That's not even.
So when was I here?
I don't know. It's been like a week and a half, I think. It hasn't been that long.
2 weeks, maybe.
Maybe 2 weeks at the most. Yeah.
It was a Sunday or a Monday.
It was a Monday.
Because I couldn't come on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a Monday.
Yeah, I blew you off.
I know. Sure. You did that the last time too. You were like, yeah, I'll come, and then you're like, I can't, and then it was just like nothing.
Nothing.
It wasn't until I had to threaten you from the threats from my mom that you came home.
Oh my god. Linda.
She She said it. She's like, I'll go over there and kick her ass to get her over here. Like, she don't want to see this mama come out.
No. We would probably have too much fun together. So they're back here in the corner of the basement. Okay, so I guess how it started is one of the videos that Jeff showed me of his orb setting off the in-home security system in the middle of the night. And I'm like, that shit's coming up from the floor. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, it's a closet. And I'm like, no, they're coming up from the floor. And he fought with me and fought with me. Wait, that was the first one. And then, don't even.
I wasn't. I was looking at what my mom wrote.
And then the second video he showed me where it had set him off again, then he goes, oh. And they were coming, so it's like by the front door.
No, it was like over in here is where they would have been shooting off from.
Yeah. So they were coming, so I'm like, it's coming from the basement. And he didn't want to believe it because he's got a portal in his garage too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Swartz Creek had 5 portals in it. You know, the building in Swartz Creek had 5 different portals.
I was like, what are you talking about? Like the city? Like it had 5? I'm like, that's not a lot for a
so
city.
The building that I was in Swartz Creek, there were 5 separate portals in that building that made a pentagram. And so, I mean, you're safe. It's not like it's going to hurt you. They're just traveling.
I know.
But he literally thinks there's like only 11 spirits that cruise through here. And I swear to God, with the amount of
with that, orbs, there was a shit ton.
So there's nothing malevolent. There was some kind of energy that was hanging out here that was observing what we were doing. Because remember, I kept feeling it.
You kept going over there.
And we played with
Connect, yeah. On my computer, I never really thought about it before because I'm using my Connect as a web camera, and I had to download the software.
Yeah.
And it literally is the same software as the SLS, is what you would see on like TV with the stick figures. I just never, until I was like trying to mess around to get it to come through in my program, it didn't even click that I could use that just pointing in this direction as an SLS camera.
So we actually picked up some energies on that camera while we were here, farting around with it. Because that's literally, I mean, I don't even know how long I was here for, like an hour and a half or something. Yeah. Just like standing here going, I don't know what you want me to do. You know, because I don't really want to close it. I don't think it needs to be closed. I don't necessarily think that the spirits want it closed. I think that the guys upstairs in the attic were a little scared at first because it was new. Mm-hmm. And it had never been really activated. I don't think it's brand new. I think it's been here. It's just been dormant. Mm. So I don't know what opened it. Maybe...
Oh, it told us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh. We have our answer.
Yeah. So, I don't think it necessarily needs to be closed yet. I think we should leave it open for a little bit longer.
I'll get a consensus. That's how we decide stuff in this house.
Yeah. Says the only man that lives here.
Look, I don't do stuff without, getting their opinion on stuff. Unless it's like, Have been talking about it for a while and this is going to happen. And I now have the money to do it, like the basement.
So I think that they would have given me a form of urgency if it was important for them to have it closed.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying.
We just do a consensus.
We're just talking.
I know.
We're just two people here talking.
I know. I'm just saying. Like that's how we make decisions in the house.
But Tom, I think Tom's okay with it.
I don't know. I feel like he's probably not. And that's just because I know.
I think you're projecting.
I'm not projecting.
Where's that Ouija board?
Mine?
We could ask it.
We don't Ouija in this house.
Oh, that's right. We'd have to go outside in the driveway.
Yup. We don't Ouija in this house.
So tell me about that.
Well, it came about when I had Kim and Rebecca over here, like the first time when I was doing like the column painting thing. And and I had Rebecca was like, oh, I wanna do a Ouija board. And Kim's like, well, let's just go back to the haunted house. Like that's where we have it. Blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, and I just randomly was like, it's weird. I'm like, I actually found one in my attic area, like a year or something after I bought the house. I just happened because I knew there was some stuff up there that they'd left, but I was like, it's out of my way. I don't care.
Right.
And then finally, my mom was kind of just like, I want to come and look in these boxes because I had kind of mentioned, like, I'd kind of peeked in, because they weren't like really closed. And I was like, yeah, it's like old Christmas. At least the ones I was looking at, I was like, this old Christmas stuff. I would say maybe, the 60s or 70s. Like, that's like, that's when I would have dated it. And, I'd been up there, like, looking, and I moved one of the boxes, and there was this Ouija board hiding behind it. No planchette or anything like that, just a Ouija board. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I brought it downstairs, and I had it kind of just, I would look at it from time to time, but I just had it sitting in my front closet over here. And anyway, so I brought that up, and Rebecca was just like, oh, we got to do it. And then she started getting demanding about it. And I was like, no, I'm like, I don't want to do it in my house. I'm like, I'm like, I live here. I don't want to do it just in case, whatever happens. I don't need anything else to happen. And she was just like putting up a fight with it. And I was like, all right. I'm like, well, because we had a spirit box. I was like, let's ask them. Like, let me ask them if it's okay. Because I don't want to do something that's going to piss them off. And so we turned it on and gave it a second. And I was like, all right, guys. I'm like, are you okay if we do like a Ouija board thing in here? And instantly there was like 3 or 4 no's. It was just like, no. It was like, no, 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 no. And then, then it was silent. So I'm like, well, there's your answer. Like, there's enough no's in there for me to not want to do it. And then she's just like huffy and puffy because she'd been drinking and stuff. And then she's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, well, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm like, it's just, sitting up over here. And she's like, well, you got to put it back where you found it. I'm like, why? And she's like, you just got to do it. And I'm like, okay. So then I asked someone, I was like, do you need me to put this back up where I found it? And there was a couple of yeses. And I was just like, all right, I'll put it back up where I found it. It's not a big deal. It was just kind of cool. Like, it was a big one. It's like this. I could go up there and, show you.
Is it one of the originals?
I would say yes.
Tan and brown?
Yeah. And it's big. It's kind of like metalish and stuff like that. And it was nice. It didn't have a planchette. Not that I was going to like use it or anything, but it would have been kind of cool as like a display piece. Kind of like what I do with the little tiny one that the guy had made just because of how long it was taking. And I didn't expect it. I didn't ask for it. He was just like, yeah, I did it. It was a little something, just because of everything going on, and I couldn't get to it right away. I was like, oh, that's awesome of you, thanks, like I was just gonna kind of do something like that, but I was like, well, there's no planchette, and I was still thinking about doing it. I just never got around to it because I was like, I don't know where I want to put this in. And so, after that, it's been like 2 years, and it's been back in its spot ever since.
Yeah, it does not need to be in the living room with Michael.
What, the Ouija board? Michael wasn't there at the time.
Well, he still does not need to be in there with Michael.
Well, I understand that.
There's a lot of activity in that room.
I know. I've seen it. I've had multiple alerts saying that there's motion at the security camera. Not lately though. I'm kind of.
Have you tried your light board in there?
I have. They tease me. Like I had it before I put the camera up on the ceiling. And I would see things, like, it would get triggered, and it was almost like they did it on purpose, like, whoever it was, because they would, like, you would see a couple orbs, like, come down and fly towards it, and as they were getting closer, they were just, like, back up. They were teasing me, and they know I didn't mean the sons of bitches thing, so, but I was like, oh my god, I'm like, I was so close, like, you were so close, why didn't you set it off? And I actually had it up for quite a while. It just never went off, and I was like, well, alright, I'm just gonna tear it down then.
Yeah, I want to see that thing work.
I know, like, I had it set up last night too, and I think it was just I put it up too late because I wanted to make sure that it was kind of dark. Because I mean, you know, I was trying to show you, and you know, too much light, and there just wasn't. You couldn't see anything. So I was just waiting until it got dark, and then after it really got dark, and they were just kind of like, oh, you know, like not a lot's happening. Like let's do like a Ouija board session. I was like, awesome, yeah, let's do it. I did it, and I was like, well, all right, let me bring out the motion boards and stuff like that. And I had it set up for a few minutes, and like nothing was happening. And like the other one's like, I got to get up and stretch. And next thing you know, they haven't come back, and they were already like packing shit and taking it out to the trucks and whatnot. And I was, you know, and at that point, like I was before I even knew that they were packing, you know, getting stuff out to the vehicles. I was like, all right, nothing's happening. Like that thing hasn't lit up once. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna take it down. I was like, it might have been just too late. Like it got to a point where everything had like been brought down. Like they did whatever they were doing, you know, wanted to do in a sense, and then they were just like, I'm done. So I was like, it's too late.
So do you think that they get bored with us when we get there?
I don't know if like getting there. I think it just depends. Like, you know, like how often do they have people there? You know, they're doing the exact same thing. Like some of those like popular places, say, you know, like Hinsdale or like Eloise or something like that. I mean, there's different people that go there, but I mean, you know, they go there. There are a lot. They're just like tired of people being there. I think just like what we would do if somebody was hanging around too long, you know, it's just like, God damn it, get the fuck out of here. I mean, and I think that's what was happening when we went to Wildwood,
Right?
Because everything we were getting was get out, and it wasn't mean, you know, like a get out type of thing. It was just like, you know, it was just like almost at times calm. But then at times it was just like a frustration, and it was just like, get out. And then when I think he had said it too much, that's where the get out was coming into play. Like we were hearing it, but we weren't doing it because, you know, we had paid and stuff like that. But
and you were
I think it was just the fact that there's so many people there at times that they just
they're over it.
They're over it. They just want to be by themselves, you know. I mean, even here, like when I was started to work from home, I'm like, I'm sorry guys, like I'm gonna be here for a little bit, you know. And then it turned out to be more because they kept extending it, and then me and Kim were out somewhere, and we did like an investigation, and like Tom and like Joel came through and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised you guys are here. I'm like, you have to be getting sick of me, you know, at home all the time, because I had asked them, like using like my dowsing rods and stuff. I'm like, are you guys getting sick of me being here? And you know, it was kind of hesitant, and it did like a yes, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it right now. Like I gotta work from home. I can't go to the station. And so when we were out there, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised you guys are here with me. Like, I figured you would want to take the quiet time. Yeah. And Tom just comes through. He's like, I was just playing. Like, I was just kidding. I'm like, either way, I'm surprised.
Right.
I'm like, even if you weren't, like, I'm surprised you came out here, you know? And you know, me being home all the time, like, I would not have blamed you if you're like, day off. You know, like, I'm not coming with you. Like, I don't care right now.
Oh, you should walk around our place. Especially at night. Oh my God, those woods.
Oh, I would love to actually. This is also before we figured out the spirit.
So creepy. What did she say?
Oh, when we first started using the spirit box, how we weren't like how we've been using it more. Like we know some of the tricks and whatnot. And she's like, so I don't know if we can't. And you know what? I heard no's. I'm not doing it. Not doing it in my house. And Kim, I've already got 2 portals apparently. I don't need more.
We don't need any more.
God no, I don't want this other
Jeff will
one.
cry.
I won't cry, I just don't want more.
He'll whine.
It doesn't need to be a highway of traveling, you know, spirits in and out.
It is what it is, you know. That's what happens when you play with stuff.
I don't play with stuff in my house. Like spirit box, but that's it. my dowsing rods. Other than that, I don't do a whole lot in my house. I know you got something on your mind. Go ahead and say it.
Well, I mean, technically it all comes through here. Like, this is where you work on it. This is your studio. This is where you do all your editing. This is where you do...
Actually, no. I did a lot of my editing when I was at the station because I had a lot of downtime. And so I'd work on everything there.
Why did you ever leave a job that paid you to do nothing?
For the exact same reason. I was doing nothing. And, like, when I did do stuff, like, I wasn't getting what I was worth.
Oh.
For everything, like, some of the bullshit that I had to deal with. Like, I wasn't making enough for that. And, you know, plus what I should have technically been making at this point. They didn't want to do it, and I stopped caring.
Amen to that.
I mean, it is what it is. And then also, I had gotten a better job. And it was supposed to be a better job. I'm like, I'm making so much more extra money. That went towards gas.
Yeah.
Like, all of it went towards gas.
Yeah, that was sad.
I know. I actually liked it there. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was really busy. Like, I didn't even have downtime, so the day went by, like, really fast.
Oh, that's why you liked it, because you were busy.
Because I didn't have to, like, sit around and twiddle my thumbs for a minute. Like, I literally had to set a reminder to get up and just go walk around a little bit, just to, you know...
Blood flow.
Yeah, and just to, like, get my
stretch.
ass off of a computer chair for a few minutes. You know, I did it, like, twice a day.
You need a yoga ball chair.
I tried. I even tried to get a computer chair like I have over there, because the ones that they had, like, I couldn't do. I have a bad back. I need something to go straight up and down. And they're like, oh, well, for that department, we don't offer those kind of chairs. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I know what I need. And they're like, well, we need, you know, something from your doctor. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, my doctor's not saying I recommend it. It's me personally. Like, I have to have it. Otherwise, my back will start hurting. Like, I'll start to, like, really slouch. And then it's, you know, I can't get comfortable. And I start hurting. Like, it's the arthritis. And so I had to go through and pick through, like, these chairs that they offered. And I was like, well, none of those. I'm like, I messaged the lady that I worked under technically, and I was like, I will buy my own chair and bring it in. And she's like, well, what kind of chair do you have, like, at home? And I sent her a picture. I'm like, it's essentially just like this one, you know. I'm like, it's not that expensive. Like, I have no problem buying one and taking it in there. And she's like, well, let me find out. And then it was just like this whole, like, it was almost like the first month I was there, like, this drama over a chair. I'm like, how hard is it just to give me a fucking chair? Like, god damn, dude. Like, I asked my boss at the station, because, like, I had a chair, I just couldn't sit in it anymore. Like, it made my back hurt. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, go to, like, Office Max or Staples and, you know, see what you can find and what you like and let me know. And so I did it over the weekend, and I went back, and I was like, well, I've got, like, either of these two. And I'm like, I'm not asking for, like, the super expensive one, but I'm just saying, like, these were the two that I liked. And they got me, like, my second choice, and that's all there was to it.
Right.
And I had the chair, I put it together once they got it, and I was a happy camper. Like, my back was just like, hey, we're not going to hurt that much anymore. I know we didn't open the portal, Kim. It wasn't us. You already know the answer to that. I can't say it out loud, though.
No, we're good. We'll talk to you later about that.
Right?
Maybe if you were here, you'd
I like how you're looking down here and doing it, but you need to be looking there.
Yeah, but I'm reading down there.
I know.
I don't think we've looked at the camera at all. Well,
I've been looking at you.
Yeah, I've been looking at you.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I try and glance every once in a while, but sometimes it's easier.
It's just, yeah.
And Kim, alright, so Kim says, talk about ways people can open portals, because I'm curious. We don't care about your curiosity, Kim.
We don't like to talk. We don't like to give people ideas on doing stupid things.
But
so
Kim's one of those people. go ahead and give it to her.
Well, you know, you got to be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. So it's simply just using words, and you know, it's just not something that you want to do.
I like how you're talking to it, Tommy. Not at me or the camera.
I'm thinking about, like,
I know,
why does she want to open a portal? Like,
she doesn't. She just wants to. She was just wants to know, like, ways that people could do it. Well, I'm guessing accidentally.
Yeah. So like it's pretty much just like using the right words in the wrong places and doing different things. You know, rhymes, like, words are heavy strong, and when you put something out into the universe like that and you make those kind of requests, you get things like this that are flowing in, you know, 30 to 40 spirits an hour, and doing crazy things. So it's like hotter than hell in here all of a sudden.
I don't know why my basement is so nice and chill.
I know, but no, it's like, like,
you're warm.
I'm like on fire.
Man,
I know, like,
go upstairs and just get a little warm for a second. Come back down.
No,
you're gonna feel fine.
It's
you're
just
gonna
like
be
all of a sudden flushed. Is this menopause? I don't even
I
know.
don't know. It's so comfy
weird.
down here.
I'm so confused. Like, one minute I'm getting goosebumps,
and
now
of a
I'm
sudden,
like smoking.
Probably because you're talking about portals, and they're like, "Oh God damn it! Don't close this one."
Right? They're gonna light me on fire, Kim. Anyways, words, acts, you know, Ouija boards, those open portals, any type of divination will, if you use it incorrectly, will open a portal. Pendulum can open a portal.
That's a good thing to know. A pendulum can open a portal. You see these eyes?
And cut. That's a wrap.
I'm not saying dime that person out. What's dime, Kim? I don't understand what a dime.
Drop a dime. Name.
Well, I know. I just want.
No, Kim. Shut up, Kim.
She says I'm not saying, but like, if people can prevent it, I guess how would they do that?
Don't fuck with it. Don't think about it. Don't play with it.
I agree.
I mean,
and your exact words, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically. I mean, that's what people ask.
If
me
you
all the
don't
time.
know what you're doing, don't play with it. It's like,
I know you are, Kim.
touching fire, you know? If you don't want to get burnt, don't fucking play with it. So if you don't want to open the portal, don't do anything that may open the portal. The biggest thing with paranormal stuff is, I've noticed, is people trying to do things that they don't know what they're doing. Actually, okay, so I own a metaphysical shop. Witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. So we play with stones and herbs and candles and incense and other type of items that are utilized in a spiritual way to enhance our prayer requests, right? Because we're praying for something, be it money, love, disconnection, whatever. So those items they serve a purpose, right? I mean, everything serves a purpose. Everything has an energy. Everything has a frequency. You put them together, you raise those frequencies and those energies, and, you know, you can make shit happen. And playing with it, it's like Moldavite. We'll talk about the Moldavite. What's the fire down there?
She said hot flashes. She's catching
it's up.
Delayed, yeah. It's delayed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm okay now. It's gone. Like, I'm back to being cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're normal. Like that, you were really hot all of a sudden.
My face felt like it was warm. But you know, the biggest thing I get is when people come in and they're asking for things and they're trying to do something and they don't know what they're doing because, oh, I'm just a beginner. Okay, then why are you asking for graveyard dirt?
You're fine, Kim.
You know, if you don't know what you're doing, start small. Light a candle, say a prayer, ask a question, buy a stone and carry it. Do something small. Don't start conjuring up shit you don't know what to do with once you have it conjured. And then what happens is then the three of you or whoever it is that's doing it end up showing up at my shop going, well, we were doing this thing and we're not really quite sure, and now Susie's dead and Bobby's car blew up and Rambo got lost in the lake. Okay, well,
Shit, Sylvester Stallone got lost in the lake.
Rambo's a dog, dumbass.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone is lost in the lake.
Just saying. That would suck because he kicks a lot of ass in those movies.
But I mean, and that's what happens. You stir up shit you shouldn't play with. Just kind of, like your plate out in the garage. It's no. That was the crazy.
Mess with it.
I know, but that was the craziest thing.
I know.
I
mean, you were. I don't know if you heard everything because I did. I mean, because I called you about it, but that plate was just constantly like, oh, don't. It was like, don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Just blah blah blah. Yeah, it was before I called you, and I was just like, hey, let's just put a bottle of, let's put your holy water by it, and all of a sudden it was like. No, leave it alone. Like, go ahead and touch me. Like, pick me up and then
I won't
was
hurt
like,
you.
Yeah, I won't hurt you. And then I was like, how about you put the other like holy water there too? And it was like, no, and like it completely changed. And it was like, just pick me up. Like, just don't put me on the ground anymore. And then when I was talking to you, and you were talking about sea salt and blah blah blah. And I got off the phone. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna message her really quick, with some sea salt. And it was like, and he was just like, oh, no. It's essentially like, no, you don't need to do that, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, we need some sea salt and a container, like a bucket or something. And she got those things. Like I got them like right away. It was the bucket was one of those odd long things. That's why it's in my store bought Ouija board box.
Whatever
but
works.
It worked, yeah, because I was like, it's got to be covered, and in this, it's not going to really be covered. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
only
it was
going to
clear.
be like half of it, yeah.
Yeah, and actually, it's still out there in your garage, right?
I haven't got rid of it, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely break it before, because it's pretty much still an open portal when it comes out of the sand.
Right.
Or out of the salt.
Yeah.
So, I would break it and throw it away.
Okay. Or I could sell it on eBay.
Like that, that lady does for those dolls.
Yeah. Dude, people buy the weirdest shit on eBay.
Okay, so I had this girl come into the shop. She said that this woman goes and buys these dolls and enchants them, writes a little story about them and what they're enchanted with, and then sells them to you fools for $15 a piece on Etsy. And I'm like, did the woman have any reviews? She's like, oh yeah, over 400. And I thought to myself, there are over 400 people out there that were dumb enough to pay this woman $15 plus shipping and handling for a flea market doll. Where's she getting all the spirits from, people?
Right? Yeah, that's a little...
Come on.
That's a little excessive in a sense.
And why is it so exciting to buy an enchanted doll that has a story behind it? Go to the flea market, talk to the creepy guy that's selling them, and pick out your own for $1.
Right.
What's Kimberly babbling about down there?
So Kim was like, she was like, sorry, my comments aren't coming through that fast. And I was like, Kim, Kim, you're all right. And then she says, sadly, some people think they know what they're doing and they don't. She says, I know a lot of people who think they have abilities.
Yes, and those people don't like to take advice.
Can you give any tips to those people on knowing if it's actually true or if they just want to feel cool and special?
So I think when people find that they have abilities, they some people like to, what I call, glorify them. To where I was the complete opposite when I first started doing this. I never advertised it. I never did anything about it. I just didn't speak of it because people thought I was the devil. Well, I am, but still.
In a different way.
In a different way. But, you know, it all comes with training and experience and talking to people and working with someone that's gone through it or is going through it, just so you can have your questions answered. And just because you can get a pendulum to swing or you can hear a ghost talking doesn't mean that you should go selling your abilities to do things with it. Or trying to fix things that you know nothing about. You know, it's funny because people talk about sage and it's a very common tool. It's very well known. But, you know, when you burn sage, you essentially are erasing the blackboard, right? You're clearing it out. And then when nothing's there talking to you, you're wondering, well, why can't I hear anything?
Right.
Well, you sent that shit away because you used that sage. It sends energies away. It clears the area. It's a cleanser. So you really got to think about the things that you do. It's just like clear quartz. Everybody loves clear quartz, right? The first thing I like to tell people that play with clear quartz, yes, it is your master healer. Yes, it is a very strong and powerful stone. However, clear quartz is also an amplifier. So it's going to amplify the highest frequency it can get itself a hold of. Be it your depression, your anxiety, your ADD, your...
Why are you looking at me?
I mean, I realized that quartz was amplifying my anxiety because I had this huge chunk I was sitting next to. And I was just on the couch and I'm trying to do something. And all I kept doing was looking out the window like a paranoid freak. And my heart's rushing for 2 days this is going on, right? Yeah. And I'm like, what on the God's green earth? And I look, sitting there on the table is this great big huge chunk of quartz. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Ancient Chinese secret reveals. So I have a little black bag that I keep it in, and I put it back in the black bag, and I put it in the drawer. Within an hour, I was okay. Because I was freaking, I was getting ready to move. There was a lot going on in my head, so that's what it grabbed a hold of.
Yeah.
So it just takes that stuff and charges it times 10. So you really have to be careful with what you play with. You want to talk to spirits? Light a fucking candle. That's how you call in a spirit, right? One simple little candle. I don't care if it's a tea light, a votive, a taper. You want to talk to a spirit, light a candle. I suggest jar candles because then you can't burn anything down. You're laughing.
True. No, I know. This is true.
You're laughing.
I know, but it's
so...
It's funny that we have to state stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what gets me. Like, I know it's common sense, but it's not common sense.
Not common sense. Okay, so all of this is common sense, but people still fuck it up.
No, I know. And then they spend money to unfuck it up. Right. Like a win-win.
Well...
Well, it depends on the person, I guess.
And if they have the money to spend to fix what they need, right?
Yep.
So that's why we try to keep things simple.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Stick to simple. Simple and easy.
Mm-hmm.
What we got going on? 7:30?
Is it?
Is that what that says?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh
my God, I can look at my phone faster than this. Yeah, 7:30.
I probably could have just put the glasses on.
You could have. They were right in your hand. All right, so really quick, because you were talking about, like not doing stuff and, that you don't know anything about. What are your thoughts on, like those urban legend type things, like when people go and stand in front of a mirror and do like Bloody Mary or, along those lines, do you believe like that's actually a thing?
I think people try that shit all the time.
Oh no, I know they try it, but do you think it's actually like, I know that they do it and they like kind of psych themselves up and they like freak themselves out, but do you think that them doing that, not necessarily it would be like a Bloody Mary, but like they would actually like looking into a mirror, like they would, you know,
Feel
have
that?
something like something possibly like come through the mirror or something.
Okay,
like that.
so I'm gonna admit something here.
You did Bloody Mary.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so when I moved out of the building in Schwartz Creek, before we left, I said to somebody, "Could you take this piece of chalk and this burnt candle and this chicken bone, and I want you to go in the basement. I want you to draw a big pentagram on the floor. I want you to put that candle in the middle of it and that chicken bone, and bring the chalk back."
Mm-hmm.
To this day, the gentleman that owns that building still thinks I put a curse on him. Paranoid about me cursing him. To the point to where I want to go back and take like that white window chalk paint and put symbols on the doors of the building. Just to continue to fuck with them.
That would be awesome.
Because apparently a couple weeks ago, he mentioned it again, you know, to a person that we are mutual friends with that I still talk to. She was saying he still is fucked up by the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Like, apparently... So, apparently karma took a turn for him, and he's living in that part of the building now. And she said that he has to keep the basement doors shut and locked, and he puts the fan on and music, so he doesn't hear anything. God damn, that's good!
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
You know...
I love it.
Okay, so I spent the night in that building a couple of times. And that's a freaky ass fucking building to sleep in.
Oh, I bet.
Like, yeah. Like, I literally slept to where I could see the front door, but nobody could see me.
Okay.
Like, literally looking through a crack. If I opened my eyes, I could see the front door.
Right.
Seriously. Because that's how freaked out I was, like, the first night sleeping in there.
Because of the building, or just because of the area that the building was in?
No, the area didn't bother me. Like, Flint doesn't bother me, and that's not really a bad area.
No, it's not. But, you know, like, some people are just like, you know, the area.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't get scared by that stuff. I think just the building was so eerie. You know, it just had so much, like, creepiness to it.
Yeah.
You literally heard people in the back of the building while you were in the front of the building, and you knew nobody was back there. I mean, that place talked.
Yeah, I mean, well, when I was there doing those videos a few times, it was like you guys were doing stuff, and I mean, I thought I was hearing something. I was just, because I would turn and I'm like, okay, and I think there was one time Karen's husband was there. The name
Dwayne.
Yeah, thank you. And I honestly thought, like, because it came from like that direction wherever he's at, and I thought he said something. I was like, did any of you guys just say something right now? Like, you know, I don't know what it was saying, but I'm like, it was, you know, it was close, and they're like, you guys were doing your things. I knew it wasn't you guys, but the other, you know, him and the other person or other two people were just like, no, we didn't say anything. And it was like literally, it might have been behind me, but it literally was just like in the direction of my ear. And it made me turn and look, because I was like, what's going on? What? Who's saying something? Like, what do you want? Like, you didn't get my attention necessarily, but, you know, it's like, what? Like, I'm trying to make sure nothing's going to happen to my expensive camera.
So, I think in response to your question about the urban legends, I think it just depends on the person.
Okay. Well, like, I know a lot of it's, like, mental, you know, like, mentally, like, psyching themselves up and freaking them out. But in a sense, I just didn't know, like, because I don't really believe in that stuff. I feel like it's more of like the mentalness, like you know that, you know, you've read the stories or you've heard people talk about it, and you're like, ooh, I want to do this, and then you're like starting to freak yourself out, but you're gonna do it anyway, and then you're just like, oh God, I saw something behind me, you know, from the mirror or whatever. Well, I just didn't know, like, if. So they say like
it was like Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman too.
Candyman.
Yeah.
And Beetlejuice.
Yeah. That's only 3 times.
Okay, well you laugh, but that's still.
Bloody Mary was only was 5.
Okay, well Candyman was 3. Beetlejuice was 3.
Candyman 3?
And There's one more.
Well, yeah, because you have to go Beetlejuice, 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 and he pops out. And you've got Michael Keaton right there in your face, and you're ready for some laughs and some fun.
In a shower.
Too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know, like, mirrors can be used,
mirrors are used, yeah.
To, bring stuff, especially when you have them, like,
facing each other.
Facing each other. But, I mean, I know a lot
That's
of it,
like a portal in itself.
Right. And I know a lot of it is, the mentalness of, like, psyching yourself up to get scared, and then you're like, oh my god, like, I saw something, even though they probably didn't. But, yeah, I just, knowing what mirrors can do, I just didn't know if you believed in, like, that urban legend in a sense where, I just read about it, too, about the whole Bloody Mary thing and, like, how it came about, and, some of those other ones, I actually have a book on it because I'm like, I'm going to do these, for a video, and this will be fun. And
okay, well, Blood Road's an urban legend.
It is. Well, it is an urban legend. And
it's a true story.
There's two of them. Yeah, there's two urban legends. And one of them, I can actually say without a doubt, is probably the more accurate one. But I can also tell you that Blood Road did not get its name from the road turning red.
No.
It came from one of the families that lived there. Yeah, last name was Blood. And the lady that I asked for some information, she couldn't tell me, like, why they named the road after him.
Most of the roads in Metamora were named after the people that had the farms on them.
Oh, and I believe that, yeah, wholeheartedly. But she just, like, I don't know if there was, like, yeah, man, and
on my legs now.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about
Blood Road.
Yep. But yeah, like, it was named after the guy, and everybody's like, oh, because the road turns red, when you're driving on it. Hey, your brake
lights are red. White Horse Inn. Have you heard anything about that there in Metamora?
I know that there's something that goes on there in a sense, but I don't know, like, exactly. I remember
that
exactly
used to be.
It used to be like a.
It used to be a restaurant where the ranch hands would have lunch.
Okay.
Okay, so it was a bar that fed the ranch hands.
Yeah.
Now it's an upscale restaurant that you pay $50 a plate for shitty food at. I'm sorry, for good food at. And maybe a horsey ride around the town.
Well, I know at one point.
But they have the upstairs is said to be haunted.
Okay.
And you can hear people walking around up there.
Okay.
But I think with all the renovations that they did on the interior of it, I think it kind of changed a bit of that. Mm-hmm. That feeling in there.
Yeah.
I don't get the same feelings from it now as I got before it was renovated. Like, when you used to walk in the front door, you were walking on an old stall barn floor.
Oh, okay.
Now you're walking on, wood flooring that's been laid. Like, the building, well, it was crazy how old it was. I mean,
yeah.
And you could feel it in there. Like, it was so dark in there, like, and it wasn't just because of the lighting, it was just the heaviness of the place, it was so fucking dark in there. But it's not like that anymore. It's beautiful now. So, what's going on down there?
Tony B says, I saw a ghost. Is that here in the basement?
Or just
like
in life
personally?
general?
Yeah, I mean, if you saw it here, I would like to know where, and I'm curious. And then Kim brought up Charlie. That was the other one I was kind of thinking of, and I forgot.
Charlie, I don't know that one.
That one, unless I'm mistaken, this is one where they use piece of paper and they write like yes or no, and then like maybe or something, something else along those lines. So it's almost like a
pendulum mat,
half pendulum mat in a sense, but not fully. But then you take two pencils and you put them parallel on each other, and then like the top one will move. It's like
you crisscross them.
Yeah.
That's not parallel.
Well,
you
no, I know,
but
yeah, like you start out and you like make sure that they're gonna, they're parallel enough that they're gonna like one's gonna balance on the other. But then yeah, essentially it's like a compass just moving around it, and it's said that I can't remember how it got started, but it was something about a child being mistreated or something, and something about how he would. I can't remember exactly. I wish I had my book now.
What's Tony say?
I saw a boy at the end of my bed. Okay, so he wasn't talking about my basement.
No.
But that's cool though.
Did you get a picture?
How long ago was it? Like, was it recent or like when you were little or younger? I mean, I'm looking up Charlie really quick.
Oh, okay.
Why are you looking at your phone?
I was just seeing if my mom had called,
Oh, that's fair.
Because
right.
I'm, a responsible adult that takes care of her mom, and I have a 12-year-old. I should be at home on the boat. Oh, we've been sitting for too long. My Fitbit says we have to move our lazy asses.
Move your legs.
I did.
Move your arm. Make it look like you're walking. No, so this.
I need to start walking. Maybe my legs will thin out.
Alright, so this says the Charlie Challenge is a modern incarnation of the Spanish paper and pencil game called something in Spanish that I'm not going to try and pronounce. Yongo de la Pierce. I don't know.
No.
No, I don't know. And it's like a magic 8-ball. The game is played by teenagers using handheld balanced pencils to produce answers to questions that they ask. But
never heard of that one. And I'm old.
I wish I had my book because it had like a more in depth in a sense.
So let's talk about movies like Chucky. Chucky was a doll.
Yup, I know that was kind of based on something.
Pet Sematary.
Yup.
Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sixth Sense was probably the best portrayal of a fucked up paranormal situation ever.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Like,
I
was even floored in the end.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right?
I was like,
whoa. And then when they kind of recapped it, I'm like, that makes total fucking sense right now. Because I was like, man, his wife is being a total hoe.
Oh.
Like, what's going on? Yeah, that one was good. It still kind of creeps me out a little bit.
A little bit.
Because it's not really like the jump scares. It's just like, it was done really well.
Yeah.
It was just like, fuck, man. I'm like,
well, it makes you think, is that really how this is?
Right. And I think for some people it is, especially when they don't know what's going on, and all of a sudden there's this person right there, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm standing by myself. Like, what's going on right now?
I don't feel like I'm ever alone.
Right.
Ever.
Well, and that's where, like, I don't know if you ever try and shut it off, but then people try and shut it off in a sense.
So
I know, at least
can't.
I've heard that it's not the best thing to do.
I can't shut it. Like, Alexis shuts hers off. She shut hers off for a really long time. She didn't like dealing with it. But now she's kind of embraced it a little more, so it's a little easier for her now that she's older, and we play around with it a little bit more. And in essence, it's not really a game for me. It's a life.
Right.
And I think that's what sets me apart sometimes from a lot of the other people in my industry, is that for them it's a job. For me, I don't get away from it ever. Like, I have people come to me because they were told by the universe to find me. And
that's another question on itself. I got one.
Okay. And it's because so one of these people has now shown up twice, and his biggest thing was he just wanted to make sure he wasn't going crazy. And I think what happens is that people start their spiritual awakening and they don't quite understand it. And so when I want to not hear, I have a fan going. I never drive with the radio on in the car unless I just want to not. So that's when you'll see me driving with the windows down and the radio blasting, because I turn it all the way up. I don't just turn it on, I turn it up.
Yeah.
In the shop, it's on full blast on the Alexa. When someone comes in the store, I turn it off or I turn it down. But that's just so I can not hear everything that's going on in the background. And I know that sounds crazy, but
no, I get it.
I mean, I totally. You think ADD is horrible? I fucking squirrel all the time. Like, what the hell was that? Okay, wait, what was I doing? Now, what's that? You know, and so I don't know if you've heard it, but a couple of times it sounded like there was somebody upstairs. Twice I've heard.
Like walking.
Yeah.
I've been so used
to it, you don't
since,
hear it.
Since I first found out that you
live with them.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh cool. Like I had started to hear them. You know, I would hear them like in the front room here, and I could hear like the floor creak a little bit. I was like, hey, like come and join me. Like I'm just watching this movie, or I'm just watching this show, or blah blah blah. And so like I've got like some of them watch TV with me.
Well, I have had a few that have been trying to communicate to me through the baby monitor that I purchased to help me in the nighttime with my mom, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's a camera to this baby monitor, and it has night vision. And my mom has even asked me, she goes, were you up last night? You know, like she's hearing things in the house. And I believe it's my dad walking around.
That would make sense.
Oh, absolutely. And so like I'll be looking at the monitor and it'll all of a sudden just get bright and then it'll go dark or it'll fuzz out. And it's like, what in the utter fuck? It's energy, right? Energy makes that change. So I think that who's ever hanging out, and I do believe it's my dad, he won't talk to me again, which is fine because all he does is yell at me anyways. But he knows I'm in a bad place right now inside my head, so he's taking it easy on me. But it's, you know, it's a stressful situation.
Right.
It's not it's hard to live like that. You know, like I usually sleep with earbuds in, and since I have to listen for my mom, I haven't been able to do that. You know, so it's almost like some nights I lay there and I'm like, fuck, it's a Xanax night. I need a Xanax. Where's the Xanax? I need a Xanax. So I pop a Xanax just so I can go to bed. You know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So, what was your question?
This whole universe thing, like you've explained it to me, but how is there? Because you keep talking about like,
universal connections.
Yes, like it's this one thing, and you because I'm like, how are you getting answers from like somebody that you know you're like California or whatever? Like when we were at, I think it was at your house or something one time, and like I don't know, like you were just like. It's coming from blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how is that possible? How is there one thing talking for other things across the world? Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't get it at all. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know. Well, so, okay. Messages come from a universal source, all right? So we'll call it a source. Okay. I don't care if you call it God. I don't care if you call it goddess. I don't care if you call it...
I'll not call it any of those.
Whatever. So we call it a source, right? It's a higher power.
All right.
That. Do you believe in aliens?
I sure as hell do.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a UFO.
Okay, good. So.
I think you think I'm crazy right now, but I did.
No, I don't think you're crazy because here's the thing. I think that. You know, we're under the microscope, like we're the little mice under the microscope. We are,
yeah.
So
I'm sure we are.
You know, we're all a little toy that's going on right now. And
I've always felt like
I think that our higher power are these alien nation type beings, and you ever space out? And I know you don't smoke weed, so
no. I mean, I zone out.
Okay, so like. Have you ever been driving down the road and then all of a sudden you're in a space and you're like, where the fuck did I get here?
I'm like, wait, how did I get here already? Because I don't remember it.
So it's almost like that's when a download or an upload happens. You know, like it's an energy draw, right?
Okay.
But you were still driving down the road.
Right. Okay.
So I've had people walk into the shop and say, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know how I got here. I was just brought here. I don't know who they are. I've never met them before. I don't know what the fuck they want. Some of them freak me out, you know, but it's all good because we accept all. We don't pose judgment, right? How can I help you? How can I be of service to you today? You know,
Are you that nice about it?
I am.
Oh, shit.
I know that's really fucking surprising to you.
It is.
But see,
I walk in and you're like,
what the fuck are you doing here? Okay, so the professional side of me is much different than the personal side. And you're way beyond the professional side. So it's like, you know, you don't get that part anymore.
Right. I don't think I ever got that part.
No, I don't think so either.
Like, I didn't even know you and you were just like...
What the fuck are you doing here?
Right. I think that literally is what you said, and then Karen's like, I want him to come and record this.
Yeah, back when I thought all that was crazy.
Yeah.
Still haven't ever debunked that.
I know. It's weird.
And now, like, there's multiple people that can do it without her.
I honestly thought that it was a bunch of bullshit.
I did too.
Because I had to look it up. I'd never heard of it before. I had to look it up.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. And I was watching you guys like a hawk that first time. I'm like crouching and I'm like, you know, like bending over and I'm on my knees like looking at this table leg. And I'm like, nothing is happening. And and then all of a sudden, like I just started seeing something pop up. So then my head popped up because I wanted to see if you guys were doing something to it. Like, they're not doing shit. So I watched it, and again, it was just like, it was just the one corner at the time. And it's just like, I'm like, no shit.
Yeah, well, that jar was even creepier to me than the table.
That jar was weird, yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
It was cool, but yeah, that's the way I feel like they're just like, we're going to have fun, you know, they're not going to try and do like yes or no's or anything like
well,
that.
you just want, you know, you guys want to play, we'll play.
Right.
You know, and here goes that hot thing again.
I don't know. Are you sure it's not like a menopause thing?
No. It's starting to freak me out a little bit. I mean, so I've been going through menopause probably for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my final stages. You know, 6 months, I'm clear.
Mm-hmm. You hope.
Well, you know, it ain't easy being us chicks. You guys should have to go through some of this stuff. I don't know, but
I probably can handle it better.
You whine. You're a girl all over the place.
Fuck you, I don't whine. I'm an adult. I might bitch. But it's not called whining when you get a certain age.
The hell it isn't.
It's not.
It isn't my age. And I'm older than you by a lot.
I know.
A lot.
I know.
What's going on down there?
Oh, Kim, she's like, I hear that when you're talking about the noises upstairs. She's like, I
Yeah.
hear that all the time they're walking around.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are, but I just like I said, like, I heard it when they first started to get more active because I knew they were there, and then, but I'm so used to it now. Every once in a while, if it's loud enough, you know, I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on?
So I really want to know how.
Otherwise, I don't notice it because I'm so used to it.
Well, I really want to know how you don't like understand a lot of this stuff. I mean, because you do it.
What are you talking about? Like the universal thing?
No, well, yes.
The alien thing?
No, more or less like the intuition, feeling energy kind of thing.
I understand, like, the idea and the concept and stuff. Like, I get it.
I know, but you don't think that you do it.
I walk into a room and everybody's like, damn, like that, you know, like the energy, or like when you've done stuff and you're just like, you know, there's something over here.
Yeah.
You know, like when you came down here and I was like, okay. I mean, I'm going on your word because I trust you, but, you know, like when you first came over that one time and you walked in there and you're like, you're just like, holy shit. And I was like, what? She's like, you're not getting dizzy. Why would I get dizzy? It's a room. Like, it's stationary. And you were telling me this stuff, and I'm like, no, yeah. I'm not hearing anything at all. I'm like, I don't feel anything at all. You know,
you don't even feel energy.
The only time
Did you do that aura camera thing?
The what?
The aura camera lady?
No, I don't have money.
I think I'll buy that for you. Because I would really like to see what comes up on that for you.
Black. I don't know if black is a thing.
Wow. Okay, so the first time I touched it, it turned all purple and I broke it.
I know you did.
Because I was in a bad place.
Yeah.
And then I got out of my bad place and I did it again. And
they were probably very leery of you touching
They were. Like, they were. So she came on a day that, you know, in case something happened, we wouldn't have to worry about it. And Kelly did it first, and then the lady that was doing it did it, Dee. And she's like, all right, I guess now's the time. I'm like, are you sure you want me to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, well, yeah, we got to figure it out. And I don't know if it was because I was in a better headspace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that maybe if I would have read that report that it would have given me off that purple thing, it probably would have put me in a different place than where I was, and it probably wouldn't have been better. So I think that universally,
the
aliens decided to blow it up for the day, and
probably they were like, no, screw this machine.
Yeah, you can't touch
be a
it.
thing right now.
Right. So they take that. So when she comes back, I'm blue, green, and yellow. So
so you're like two primary colors and then a mixture of the two. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I nailed it. No, I'm just kidding.
But you know, the information that's included in the reports, like, is crazy. You know, like it tells you what kind of frequency you're vibrating at, where your chakra levels are at with those frequencies, what chakras are open and closed, what percentage of your biodynamics is running off of body, mind, and soul, which I thought that was kind of crazy. I'd never seen that part on anything before, of the reports I've gotten. And then a couple different types of pictures that came along with it. And it just, I don't know, it was just different.
See, that's where I'm just
but
like,
that's an energy reader.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a machine. It's a program. Like, how does it, they just program it to tell you stuff. Like,
by you just laying your hand on it?
Yeah. It's probably like, oh, she's got, like, a heat, you know, like, it's like heat sensor, so we're going to spew out this information. Like, I don't know. I just don't get how that kind of thing, you know, is technology that can, like, show you. Like, I feel like it'd be better if somebody who's good at reading auras and stuff like that is just, like, kind of around you, and it's like, I don't know if they're all colors, or, like, you're aqua. Or, you know, it's like you've got a red aura.
Well, see, I'm usually told, people tell me that my aura is usually white.
Okay. See, I was told a few years ago that I had a green one. I don't know what that means, though. And I don't know if it's the same, or I don't know if they're spewing bullshit, but they were like, I see some green around you. I'm like, okay, you're on crack. No, I don't know. Like, I buy into a lot of stuff. You know, the whole psychic, you know, medium thing, like, yeah. Like the tarot card thing, yeah. And that was only because it was, like, true. Because I never... I'm
like, you better watch your mouth right now, young man.
I know, right? And then...
I've tried to be a fraud. I can't even be a fraud.
Try harder, I guess. Let's see, hold on. Oh, my mom says she calls her hot flashes a power surge.
I like that.
And Mom, it's now stolen.
So I'm having power surges.
And then Kim says, I'm hearing some interesting noises through the microphone, like sniffing or shuffling. No pattern I can see. Is it her moving her feet?
Yeah.
Is it me putting my foot up on the thing?
And I'm sniffing. I have allergies and...
Yeah. No, but I was just saying, yeah, like, it's all explainable, is what I meant. But, I mean, you know.
You never know.
You never know.
It's been pretty quiet down
and
here.
now Kim has got she said, road trip, pit stop, bathroom break, be right. She's like,
BRB.
I've not had people use BRB in a while. So
Right, it's been a while.
It has. Just like WTF. I'm bringing that back. I started to do it. My dad was like, I said something to him one day, and it was just on my way, so OMW, and he's like, what is OMW? I'm like, on my way. Oh.
Yeah, they don't understand our lingo.
They don't.
No, they don't text very well.
My mom got irritated one time, like back a while ago, because she's like, it took me like 3 minutes to type out this message, and you reply with a K.
She wanted to fucking stab you. I did all that, and you reply with K?
I know she's probably gonna be like, if she remembers it, which she probably does, because she kept telling me that I had already done something, and I was like, no, I didn't, and then she was right, I had done something. But yeah, she's like, it took me like 3 minutes to type that out, and within 1 second of you getting it, you just put in a K. I was like, yeah, because I was like, okay, like I just put a K. I'm like, K.
We like effort.
Oh, and then my mom calls me a brat.
Because you are.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It was before she had gotten like down with the whole texting thing.
My mom does not text. I bought her a smartphone. I had somebody come over to learn her how to use it.
Learn her how to use it?
Yes.
I mean, teach her how to use it? Okay.
And several people actually have tried. Mm-hmm. More than 3. And no. Mm-mm.
No, I haven't.
No, I just keep paying for it and it doesn't get used.
How are you paying for it? It should just be part of the plan.
Well, it's an additional phone on the plan that I pay
for.
for.
I got you. I thought you just meant texting in general.
No.
I get you. I got you.
No, like she doesn't even like turn the phone on anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
But
I don't know.
I don't either.
I honestly like. I prefer talking over texting.
Me too.
But there's people like, oh no, I'll just text. Like, bitch, please. Like, I'm not typing out. That's why when I'm driving, like, I have no problem. Like,
and don't call me in Facebook Messenger. If you want to call me on the fucking phone.
I didn't have your phone number before.
I'm not talking about you. Have you done that?
I was always calling because I didn't have your phone number until recently.
Oh, well, like regular people, like, will call me on Facebook. I'm like, you have my phone number.
Oh, I thought you were saying it to me, and I was like, I didn't have any other way of doing it.
I didn't say Jefferson.
You were looking right at me when you said it.
Because you're the only person in the room.
I understand that, but you didn't make it sound like you were talking about other people.
Linda, did you hear this?
She probably does, and she's probably rolling her eyes.
She probably is.
She's like, he's never going to change. No, I won't.
I'll be single forever.
That's fine. I don't care.
I know. Amen to that, my brother. Amen to that. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah. Besides my mom calling me a brat.
Because if not, I'm going to boogie on out.
What time is it?
After 8.
Oh, shit. We're after 8 already. Damn.
I know. We sat here for an hour and a half waiting for 6 o'clock to get here.
I know, right?
And then we just blew through it.
Yeah, it sometimes happens, honestly. And I mean, we weren't really paranormally talk either. It was some of it, and then it was like our rant on dieting. Hey, it was a change up. It was a change up. And my mom agreed with you that I'm a brat, and then she's like, love you, because she knows that it might have irritated me. It didn't irritate me because I already knew it. But alright, anyways.
I love that her name is Linda. Linda! Listen, Linda!
Surprised there wasn't like angry messages towards you about the whole portal thing.
Aww. No.
But, alright, so it's past 8 o'clock. This is where Kim would come in and be like, don't forget to blah, blah, blah. So now I have to remember to do it.
Okay, so don't forget to catch us on July 10th at Wicked's Place on the Moon.
Yep.
And that's in Lapeer. We're on
Yep.
Facebook. Find us on Facebook. It's
Yep.
WYCKEDZ. Ghostly Hauntings will be there.
Yep.
We're gonna do some table tipping that day too.
Ooh, are we?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Bring your camera.
Of course.
What else we got going? Oh, you're gonna do a little talk that day too.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, just so you know.
Thanks. What's this talk gonna be about?
Whatever you want. Anything paranormal related. Maybe we should try.
There goes the poop idea.
Wow. You could talk
I
about
was
poop
like
again.
you're like anything you want, and I was like ooh poop, and then you're like paranormal related. I'm like you just busted my hopes and dreams.
Yeah, you're a boy. I like to
know.
do that.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. What else?
So me wise, you got to. There's no choice in this fact. You need to go to the YouTube channel and you need to subscribe to that.
Oh, absolutely.
And watch all the videos, and then maybe comment on all the videos, and then watch them again because I need to get stuff up so I can.
And you can just say, Jeff, you're a brat.
No,
That's all you gotta say.
I'll delete that comment.
I want to know how many Jeff, you're a brats he gets.
I'll keep tally, but I'll probably delete those comments.
You can delete them. I still want to know though.
Okay, all right. And then, okay, so I did YouTube. So then we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitter. Though I don't think Twitter really gets.
Are we
anything.
TikToking?
Yeah, Kim TikToks for us. She does. She puts up the security camera videos.
Oh, okay.
So we're on TikTok too, but I have nothing to do with that because I don't understand that.
It's so easy.
Dumb. I think it's dumb.
Okay, so I do too, but it's kind of easy, and I mean, people are watching this shit. I don't get it.
I
like,
know.
I don't understand how people have all that time to sit and watch those stupid videos.
I know. In minutes, what is it? Minutes at a time or something like that? Like 60
They're
seconds?
either 15 seconds or 60 seconds, and I guess
don't
they
get
do
it.
lives now too. I don't know.
I don't understand. Yeah,
I
Kim
don't
was
either.
saying something, but you have to have like so many
Followers or something. Yeah.
Which
See that
Which
Witchy
is
dude?
oddly enough, we actually have. Oh my god! I wish Kim was here with the numbers, but we have like, we have, fuck, what was it? We have like something thousand, I think, followers, but then we've got like in views total, I think, or minutes watch. I don't remember which. I don't know that, but we're up to like. Oh no, I think it was some of the videos. We're up to like 202 like K on some of those videos. Yeah. And she's like, dude, look at this. And I was like, okay, 202. I'm like, that's not bad. She's like, no. She's like 202,000. And I was like, what? Because
is she tagging your YouTube channel to your TikTok so they can follow you on YouTube?
I think she is, yeah. I'm pretty sure she said she is, so.
Because that everyone should have a link to your YouTube channel then, because then they can see all of them.
Right, yeah. No, I think she is. I don't know. She's in charge of my TikTok, because I know I would never have done it. And she's like, I just did it because I wanted to make sure the name was there in case you ever changed your mind. I'm like, I was never going to change it. But
I have a hard time keeping up on content.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I haven't gotten any security, like, alerts this month. Like, I've gotten 2, and then the third one was just to give me because I was like, guys, I'm like, you're kind of making me sad. It hasn't been going off. And then, like,
okay, so
then, like,
he
an hour
whines
later,
and whines and whines. Bring the psychic medium over to close the portal. So
I don't want the
nothing bothers
portal.
me.
It's different when you want people, when you would like them to set your security camera off because it's
okay,
awesome.
well, where the fuck do you think they're gonna come from?
Me in my house. Mostly my house. But look, they gave me a gimme, and I'm like, we need to be famous online, and it's not YouTube right now, so. And then I think that's why they gave me like that one, and then I haven't really gotten any since. I'm a little heartbroken, but whatever. I can't force them. And you're looking at me like that, and
No, I'm trying to think of because I know what it's like to set your camera up and keep it taping.
yeah,
But like those light pads in that living room
I know.
with a camera, but would a deer cam go off when it went off?
I don't know. Like that would have to be a test. Honestly, like if it did or not, like if it just started to light up.
Yeah, because like the deer cam is a motion. But so is your security camera.
Yeah, security cameras.
So if it's setting off your security camera and it's setting off the light pad, it should set off the deer cam.
You would think, yes. But I don't know if like it's catching something, to set it off, or if it would. I don't know if it would just say it was just like invisible in a sense, and it's just like something that goes through. Like you don't see like an orb or anything like that. I don't know if the camera itself would go off just with the lights, doing its thing. I don't know. I mean, it should, because it's technically motion, and I feel like the thing goes off better when there's more like light available, unless you're in like a certain, let's say, kill zone in a sense. Even though I have it masked out for basically the whole room, there's like a certain point that will in the thing that will definitely set it off. Whereas like if I have my kitchen light on and I'm doing something, like just doing something by the fridge, it'll catch my movement because of the light in the kitchen, and then it sets it off. Or the same thing, like if I'm, in the bathroom, like brushing my teeth or something, or like I have my bedroom light on and I'm going into the bathroom, like because of that light, like it doesn't even see me, it sees my shadow on the ground.
Right.
So, I mean, it could. I don't know. It never went off, so it's hard to say. But yeah. So I said TikTok. So subscribe and like those things that I said you have to do. Kim needs to get back on so I know what else to say, because she always does it. She does it really fast too. You mentioned the fair,
Don't forget to check out our collectibles.
Oh yeah,
T-shirts.
the store. Yeah, the store. Go to the store and buy stuff.
Apparel, trinkets, and accessories.
Yes, and the trinkets are new things. Like those was just added like kind of recently. You can buy one of these.
But
stickers.
if you want to meet the dude,
yeah,
you gotta come to Wicked.
yeah. But and these aren't on the store because these are made through something else. But you got
where the ghosts live.
one of these stickers. Yeah, that's a sweet sticker.
That's a new one.
I've had that for a while, but yeah.
I have the other three
Well, I can give you one of those if you want one.
for my collection.
Yeah.
I like the shot glasses too.
Those are nice. Yeah.
I don't drink though.
I don't either.
You need some
Those are
iced
just
tea
like I
glasses.
could get some if somebody wanted one, but I just wait until they go on sale because otherwise they're stupid expensive.
Stupid expensive.
They're expensive for just doing that. But anyway, stickers come directly through me. Apparel directly through the website. Also, I have the Patreon thing, so you can donate money and get some cool stuff.
And we want to hear your ghost stories.
Yes.
Send us your ghost stories.
Yeah, write it on the page. Or you can send a message and then, I'll read it.
And if you have a cool place you want us to investigate,
yeah,
let us know.
See, you're like Kim 2.0 over here.
it's because I want to get into other people's places and check out their shit.
I know. You just want.
It's a nosy thing.
I know.
I'm tired of the shit we already deal with. I need some new stuff.
I know. You need action and adventure.
I do.
I understand.
I do. I need to level up,
Yeah.
evolve, push forward.
Oh, I know. You need to get that extra ability going on. Like, you've got that skill point. Now you got to throw it somewhere. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but just nod and be like, yes.
Yep.
This
That's
video
exactly
game related.
That's exactly what I need.
And then there's the donation thing that pops up. You can do through PayPal, or you can do the Patreon thing.
Or if you want us to talk about you,
yeah,
you can
do a sponsor right there that you're seeing on screen. Get a hold of me. You would have it in that nice little spot right there. Plus,
I think he should put you on the wall over here.
If they're gonna make something and send it to me, sure. If they have a banner they want to make and send it to me, yeah, I'll do it.
Can't you just like cast a graphic up on the wall or something? You need a TV or something there.
Well, that's true. Or, I mean, if somebody bought me a projector, I can project it on the wall. I'm not saying you buy me the projector. I'm just saying if somebody wanted to buy me a projector. But get a hold of me for that too, because as you maybe have seen, there was also an advert at the beginning of the video. I think that's it. Oh, I also forgot. Orb in a bottle. You can have your very own orb.
Orb in a bottle?
Yeah. Live orb. It's been captured.
Let me see this thing.
God damn it. I'm pretty sure I showed it to you.
No, you did not.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Who made this?
I did. I was asking you about the bottles, and then
oh yeah.
and then I never made it out to you.
So
and
what
then
did
you got sick or something. Don't give it away.
That's adorable.
It's a nice little trinket, thank you.
It's adorable.
And then you can release it if you want to, but that doesn't fall upon me at all.
Yeah, careful where you're letting that shit go.
I know. It's not my fault if it destroys your house. I'm just saying. I take no responsibility. But anyways, those are directly through me as well. But otherwise, I think we're done. I think I said everything.
Think so?
I think so.
Kim, I'm sure will let us know.
Yeah.
What we
she'll
messed
probably
up.
be like, you fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Kim,
Well,
that's
then
why...
that she shouldn't take any
I know,
time off.
I know. I'm
So,
like, that's Kim. That
You know,
your
she's
job,
lucky
that's
we
why.
got through tonight.
I know.
And for as long as we did.
I know. I didn't.
I
Think,
mean, I didn't think
thought
I thought we were gonna be
early.
dead like 45 minutes. We'd be done.
I know.
Like looking at each other.
Honestly,
Going, I got nothing
like,
to say to you
there's
anymore.
nothing, and then we ranted about
Everything.
Yeah, we really did. We really did. So
We're
they
all
got
over the
they got a
place.
treat. Yeah, we bounced back and forth.
Yeah, that
on
was like a
everything.
totally
It was
ADHD
like
fucking
it was
commentary.
like ping pong, like the old school ping pong. You know.
Maybe
Just
we should
like,
try comedy acts.
Maybe.
You think we can make some money?
Maybe.
You need a job. I'm
I
just
know.
saying.
I know.
We're gonna have to pimp you out,
Do it.
ladies. I can't guarantee he will make you happy. I know he will give you the truth, though.
That I will. That I will. All right. Well, anyways, I'm gonna end it here.
Jeff to the highest bidder.
Yes. Throw those bids in the comments. We'll go from there. But yeah, do everything that we said to do, and maybe we'll see some of you at the fair
Maybe.
in a couple weeks, or you'll buy stuff online.
Or maybe you'll see us next month.
That's what I just said.
Back here on YouTube.
Oh, yes. You'll see. Yeah, we'll be back here this month.
Well, I probably won't be.
Kim will be back.
Kim will be back.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, unless she quits on us.
Yeah, because we were talking some shit about her. Sort of.
We
but not
talked a
really.
lot of shit tonight.
I know. But Kim knows. Like, even I fired her a few times. And she's like, no.
Whatever.
I know. And I'm like, Kim, we're not friends. And she's like, well, we are. I'm like, but no, I'm being serious right now. We're not friends. And she's like, you're not. We are friends, and you can't not be my friend. And I'm like, damn.
I like her persistence.
I know, right? All right. Anyways, do what we got to do, what you got to do, based on what we told you to do.
And don't do anything stupid that we wouldn't do.
What is that, though?
Open portals.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't do that. Don't do that. And don't mess with stuff that you don't know anything
Don't pretend to
about.
be someone you're not.
Right. Right.
Peace, love,
See ya.
and happiness.
Yeah, do finger guns. There you go. That's the thing.
Pow pow.